Well, tell me about your new film that you're doing.
Yes, I've got, well, it started out as a short film, but it's now going to be a feature film, and it's called Event, and it's coming out in October, and then it'll do the film festival circuit. It's a sci-fi film, but that's more of the backdrop. It's really about three women forging their destinies and how changes in beliefs in your life can change your relationships as well. So it's a really raw and human film that poses a lot of questions for the audience. So it's a really, really exciting project that I've loved being a part of this entire year on and off. It's been fantastic.
And it's about UFO, right?
Yeah, so that's kind of the original idea is that the main character, which is not my character, Annie, she has an encounter with a UFO, and then this affects her relationships with her girlfriend, which is my character Kate. And they suddenly have a massive gap between them in beliefs. And this takes them on a journey through their relationship and trying to mediate through that, whilst she's also trying to chase after this new idea that she has about UFOs. So it really explores a lot in one film, and it's looking amazing. I mean, the VFX got involved is fantastic. The ending is brilliant. We've got a live orchestra to score the film, so it's going to be a really big film for an indie. I'm really really proud of it.
And how did you find out about this role?
Oh, so I this is one I kind of found. It was half through social media, half online. It just came about. It was a really strange experience. It just happened to pop up. And I really liked so our director and writer, William J. Cadet, he's amazing. And I really liked the log line he'd put forward. And so I just, I put myself forward for it. And they'd already cast everyone else by this point. And so we had a few conversations, and he didn't even audition me. He just had a conversation with me. He saw my show reel and we clicked straight away. We are of one mind. And he just gave Kate to me and allowed me to run with it. And it's worked out really nicely for us.
And this is filmed in England?
Yeah, it was filmed in Leeds and in Nottingham, so that's up north of England. It was really lovely. It was quite a cold shoot. We did a lot of it in the early year. But it was nice and intimate. We all stayed on location for the apartment. I was in one of the blocks and I didn't film the rest of it. And we shot in this apartment. It was really lovely, and everyone was really close, and it was a really, really nice experience.
And when is it coming out again?
October this year. Yeah, it's exciting. It's closing in very, very quickly. So I've got to do some pickup shoots now that we're making it a feature film, but then it'll be out for the world to see, out in the festivals, and we'll see how far we can take it.
Well, amazing. And then when is it going to be out in film festival? You said in October, right?
Yeah, so from October, whenever whichever film festivals they decide to submit it to, it kind of just be coming out throughout the year. We're hoping to get it over to America as well, because we want as many people to see it as possible. I think this film deserves it. And then that'll hopefully lead to the film that I'm making with Will next year, which will be even bigger, with even more financing. So it's like a nice stepping stone into it. It's great.
And that's amazing. So the story is about UFO.
Yes, story about a UFO and a woman that experiences it, and she's not at all a believer in anything supernatural. That and the same for my character Kate. That's not something she can fathom at all. And it shakes their world upside down, and they have to kind of navigate this new belief and new experience. And Annie's searching for something more. She's searching for answers. Kate is searching for security that she no longer has in this relationship. And Taylor, who is a character that wholeheartedly believes in UFOs and helps Annie get some answers, all she wants to do is find the UFO again and really champion that belief. So
Right.
it's a really interesting story of different people's ways of thinking. It's kind of like a spectrum. And I always saw it as whoever you agree with in the film says a lot about you personally and your beliefs and the way that you deal with them. So it's a very, very loaded film.
Wow. And when did it start? When did you start filming?
Gosh, it's all been a blur. I think I started in oh, it might have been February. It was quite early on. I can't remember, to be honest. It was the first half of the year for sure. Yeah, I think about February is the right time, and I shot for a block of, I think, a week maximum, and then I did a couple of other days on the side, and then they shot the rest of the film. My character isn't in the rest of the film. I'm quite spread out, but they, in blocks. So I don't really know anything beyond my character, which is interesting. And then we're going back in at the end of August, and I'll be shooting some more scenes as Kate. So that's exciting now that we're going to get the runtime. So it'll be a full-length feature film, which will be really exciting as well, to revisit something I've never done before.
Amazing. And I noticed you're asking for donations.
Yes, we have a Kickstarter up at the moment. We're in post-production, and obviously this film's now being made into a feature film, and we need a new sound designer on board. Unfortunately, our resident sound designer couldn't continue with the project. So we're finding a new sound designer, and we've got this beautiful composer that's using E.T. as a influence, and we're getting a live orchestra. And obviously with all of this and wanting to get it as far as we can into these big film festivals like the film deserves, we need the money for it. So we've got a £3,000 goal, and it's slowly creeping up now, but everyone in this film is so passionate. It'd be a real shame if we couldn't get it out to the world. So yeah, we're looking for, even 50p from everyone would be a massive thing. So, or just a share would be great. But it's got lots of things on the Kickstarter. You have some interviews with me and with the director and with Laura, who plays Annie, our lead. And we have a few scenes from the film as well, including the final shot of the film. So you get a taster for it. It's not quite finished, but you really get a sense of what this film's going to be. And I think, yeah, it really shows the film very well. So it'd be lovely if people can go to it.
Wow. And is it gonna be shown out in theaters?
Hopefully, yes. We have a plan to so we'll have the premiere, and then we have a plan to tour it around different cinemas around the country, and hopefully get it further than that. We've just got to see what happens, really, but we're definitely going to do a cinema tour if possible, which again, the fundraiser really helps for post-production. So it'd be wonderful for everyone to see this film that we've worked so hard on.
Amazing. And then of course, this is your first time working with the director.
Yeah, we'd never met before, but we're a match made in heaven. It's one of those instances where, an actor finds a director or vice versa, and you just click. And we didn't know of each other before. I hadn't seen any of his work. I went and watched some before I did the film, but we had no idea of who each other were. And we had a few conversations about it, and I remember when I'd done the prep work, we had a meeting before filming to discuss the character, and I said everything I wanted to say, and he said, well, I have no questions, because that's exactly how I pictured Kate when I was writing her. So when we were on set, we barely had to speak to each other. We kind of just knew what to do, and that's a really, really empowering and fulfilling relationship to have on set. And I'm very, very lucky to have found Will, because we are now the dynamic duo in film.
Amazing. Now, the film is coming out in October. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Congratulations. And
Yeah.
so, you said all the sets, all the lights, and cameras and action. So my main question is, how long is the film going to be?
Well, this is the thing. Obviously, it started out as a short film. It was 20 pages, so we thought it would average around 22 minutes, a nice short film. But when we'd finished filming, it was about 37 minutes. So we thought, well, why not just go ahead and create a feature film? So we're looking at it being anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour. It'll be a shorter feature film, but it qualifies as a feature film. So that's exciting. So it's just enough to really go through the entire story without anything feeling lackluster or like it shouldn't be there. It really paces very nicely, whilst also allowing the audience to feel the
Right.
as well. So it's a really nice balance.
Well, congratulations. This is your first big feature film, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It was really strange that it kind of turned out this way, because I was excited to do the short film, and I've done a lot of shorts in my career, and then it's turned into something way bigger, and then the film next year is going to be even bigger than that, and a proper full length feature film.
So what is your upcoming film? next year?
I can't talk too much about it because we're still very early on in the process, but it's a collaboration between me and Will, who directed and wrote Event. And he had a lot of ideas of us working together again because we've really enjoyed it. And we're looking to bring something new to the screen. There's a lot of gangster films that are male led, which is
Hmm.
wonderful. There's a lot of amazing action, gritty gangster films, but we haven't quite seen a gangster film with a female lead that is just as gritty and nasty. They always end up making her a lot more feminine or soft, or about being her, like being a woman,
Hmm.
which defeats the object, I think, because women can be, gritty and nasty
Right,
as well.
right.
And it's not about being a woman, it's just that we have that capability. And if anything, it can bring a lot more to it. So we're trying to kind of go down that route and explore something that we haven't quite seen yet. Um, and it's gonna be very much female led. A lot of the crew will hopefully be female, a lot of the cast will, and I'll be leading that film. But that's pretty much all I can say because
Of
I'm
course,
very
I know because you can't say much.
yeah. But we're using Event as a way to kind
Right,
of
right.
our way, fundraising wise, and
Hmm.
hopefully
Hmm.
we'll be able to get some investors in as well when we've
Right.
shown what we can do with this film, and
That's
then jump
amazing.
into something
Congratulations.
completely
And
different.
the last time you came on my show, you didn't have much project.
No, yeah, it was a quiet period the last time. It's been quite a while since I've been on, and yeah, a lot happened very, very quickly. I've had a lot of things change, and for the
Right.
best. It's been amazing. I'm very, very excited and pleased for where the rest of this year is going to go and the next year, considering
Hmm.
I'm working. It's nice work.
This is your third time on my show.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. It's quite nice. Sometimes I go back and watch parts of them because I kind of see myself grow up as an actor through the times, which is nice. But yeah, I'll have to come on again in the same period of time, and we'll keep a nice little
Yeah,
run through that.
you need to come back more often.
Absolutely, I love talking with you. It's really great getting to chat with you about everything.
Well, I appreciate it. And of course, you have this film that's coming up in October. So
Yeah.
right now, are you on this I forgot the name of the film, but are you taking a break right now, summer break, and continuing back in August?
Yeah, so I'm kind of on a break now. Obviously, I'm still auditioning, that never really stops. But yeah, I'm kind of in a period of just allowing myself to rest so I can go back into it in August. Obviously, if anything comes up before then, which it might, then great. I may end up being very busy in August. I've got a few things that could or could not go my way. So, which is always the way, you have to be ready to pack up and go
Right,
and
right.
work.
Well, what I was talking about is this alien, that's what I'm saying, alien film. I forgot the name of it. You can remind me,
Event.
but right. Are you taking a break on this film right now, or are you just
Yes, I haven't been. So that's the thing. I haven't actually been on set for Event for the majority of the year because I
Mhm.
finished in February/March. I'm pretty sure, I could be getting that wrong. And then I haven't been on set for the rest of the time because they shot the other blocks. I got all of my stuff done in one block, so I don't really know what's happened in the rest of the film until it comes out like everyone else, which is quite exciting. But I haven't worked or seen anyone. I've met with the director a couple of times because we're friends, so that's been nice, and for production meetings. But this will be my first time going back to set as Kate in months, which is quite exciting.
let's talk about more about your role, Kate.
Okay.
Um, so Kate is the person when I saw the trailer, you don't believe in UFOs, you don't believe in
Yes.
alien. What else is your character about that nobody if you can talk very little bit about it because I know it's coming out in October, but what
Yeah.
as a trailer, what we saw is that you were telling forgive me, I know you said her name, but
Annie. Yeah.
you're telling her that you don't believe in aliens, don't believe in UFO. We can
Yeah.
see you in the bedroom, in the kitchen, all that stuff
Mhm.
in argument. But we only see that part as Kate. So
Yeah.
can you tell us just very little bit, what is your character about other than like you don't believe in UFOs? Like what
Yeah.
else is there something? There's a twist.
So Okay, so Kate is very much she's a very closed-minded person. And all she craves is security in life, especially in her relationship. You know, that's always the way she's been. She's not very ready to try anything new, see anything new.
Mm-hmm.
So really throughout the film, and you kind of see this as the film develops,
Mm-hmm.
and start to shift perspective, and instead of just seeing my character through her girlfriend's eyes, you see her as her own person. She's actually just scared and a bit
Mm-hmm.
broken. All she wants is Annie in this relationship that they've built
Right, right.
for a
So
long period of
when
time.
you say and we don't want to talk too much, I understand because the film
Mm.
hasn't that. But was it for you? Was it hard to pick this role, to get this role?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard in some ways, and I surprised myself in others. So I did a lot of prep work. I'm very academic as a person. I always have been. So I do a lot of analysis. But I had about 20 pages of prep notes on Kate because I thought about, you know, when you've got a character that's so stubborn and so closed-minded, there has to be a lot of reason for that in their
Hmm.
past. So I went from birth to where we see her at the end of the film and tried to figure out what moments could have forged
Hmm.
this. Uh,
Do
and it
you
was
think
quite
it,
hard. Hmm?
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, no, no.
I thought it was quite hard for me because as a person, I'm a very open-minded person
Hmm.
and I'm very light and peaceful. And that was quite difficult to close my mind and find that within myself. But it was quite scary actually on set how when you know when we were shooting intense scenes, how much I really found her mindset and I stayed in it. It was a very dark place to be in, but it was definitely very gratifying. I enjoyed pushing myself. That's what I like in roles is to
Hmm.
challenge myself every time. I don't like to do the same thing twice if I don't feel like I want to.
Right. And you answered my question. But my other question is like it was hard to get into that character in that
Yeah.
moment, right?
Yeah. I mean, I for me at least, every actor is different, but for me, if I do that prep work and I really take that time to make sure I understand the character's psyche, I literally build another person from the inside out. And if I can do that when I go onto set, I very much can easily switch in and out. And when the camera's rolling, I'm not there. I'm kind of floating above if I've been given notes or if there's any beats I need to hit, but I don't feel like I'm there at all. And then when they they yell cut, then I'm back to normal. I can easily switch in and out, but only if I do all that work. So that's what
Right.
works for me really. So it ended up being quite easy once I was there. I also tear up my notes right before I go on set because I shouldn't need them anymore. That's my discipline. I shouldn't need them anymore because
Right.
I've done all that work.
So for you, like you said, you're like a more open person, more outgoing
Mm,
person. And from
yeah,
doing from yourself and then going to character on this, it must have been really
yeah.
hard for you.
Yeah, it was quite a big leap because I've always been open. That's always been my nature. So it's not like I have any experience with what that feels like and to be fearful of being open to new ideas and where that comes from. So I had to do a lot of digging and really think about, firstly what Will gave me in the script, but also just kind of expand on that. And I drew from, experiences where I've spoken to other people, and really tried to really get in her shoes and have a perspective that wasn't my own, because I don't think it would have helped at all if I'd have been there. I needed it to be
Mhm.
completely opposite. And it's really great. I think actors are the highest form of empaths sometimes because we really do become someone else, and that takes a lot of empathy and work and
Mhm.
being
Right.
open-minded, which is really odd for this was I had to be so open-minded that I could close my mind, which was
Right.
yeah,
That's
strange
true
one.
because actors, you get into that different moment, that
Yeah.
little mindset of character moment.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's so, like I said, I only saw a little bit of the trailer and I can't wait to see
Mhm.
the film. But
Thank you.
now was it also I noticed during the trailer, but it was filmed during the day and nighttime. Am I correct?
Yeah, it spans over, a few weeks, I think, the film.
Mm-hmm.
So you really go on a journey with these characters. It's not a one day kind of thing. So yeah, you really get to experience the relationship between Annie and Kate and how that kind of derails as we go on, and how they try and communicate that. And then you also get to see a lot of really cool like visuals with the UFO and things like that, and the forests. And
Of course, right.
we shot one time in the middle of nowhere up in the hills of Nottingham, and it was freezing cold. There was snow on the ground, and we were just sat in a car having to do this car scene, and the poor crew were all outside in the middle of nowhere shivering whilst trying to get the shot. But that was quite exciting. So yeah, this film does it all really. We've tried all different things and it all looks
Wow, amazing. And also, I noticed in the trailer, real quick, not you as a character, but the other person,
yeah.
she was in the car, and you see the bright light. That's really
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was really, Will has such an attention for detail, and he really knows how to communicate. Also, our cinematographers, you know, our sound, our lighting, everyone knew how to get the best out of an idea, and we really came together and collaborated. So there wasn't a single moment, I think, where we didn't know what we wanted to do. So it was a really nice vibe on set, where everyone was so passionate and wanted it to look the best. And then it's amazing what they've been able to do with it.
That's awesome. Again, congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
the premiere is in October. October, do you know the date?
I don't know the date yet. That's the thing. We're kind of waiting to see what happens, but I'll be announcing it soon, I'm sure, whenever we have an idea. It's exciting.
Amazing. Again, can't wait. Congratulations. And again, congratulations for your upcoming role as well. You have to talk
Thank
about it on my
you.
show again when you come back on.
Yes, I'll come back.
It's been a while. Um,
Yeah.
so did you do anything while any acting before this role, or just
I've done a couple of short films and a few little things. It all kind of blurs together, so I really have to work backwards and think what I've done. I did a few little things here and there, which was nice. But I've been doing a lot of stuff with my personal life, a lot of training in martial arts I started doing, which is great because I've prepped myself for the next film. But Event was my big one that came in, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to be busy for quite a while. And turns out I've been busy the entire year with it, which is really lovely. That's a blessing, because normally, you know, when you sign on to something, it's a few months and you're done. So
right?
yeah, it was really nice to stay with a project for this long.
Wow, amazing. And again, Will, I mean, I don't know Will personally, but the way his work is doing and everything, it's
He
fabulous.
is a genius. He really is amazing, and I can't wait for this film to come out so his talent can be discovered, because it needs to be. He's insanely good at what he does.
Right. And the trailer is amazing.
Exactly. Like, and that's all come
The
from
trailer I
him.
saw on your Instagram, but it's amazing.
No, it is. He's a he's got an amazing mind. The fact that he wrote this and directed it, and he's been a part of the post-production, just is a testament to his talent. He really knows what he's doing, and he knows how to achieve it as well,
Right.
which is a completely other set of skills. So it's impressive.
Wow. Amazing. Congratulations again. Thank you. It's me. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
That
you're
means a lot.
welcome. You're welcome. I
Yeah.
just said thank you. I mean, you're congratulating for you. But so, anyways, back a little bit interesting still. I know we talked about it, but I'll make this short. I still have not had tried halloumi.
I was waiting for you to bring this up. I was like, when's it coming? I'm waiting to.
No, it's okay.
How have you not tried it? I've been on the show 3 times and you still haven't tried it. You've
Well,
had all this.
we don't
Like,
have it here in the United States.
you're
So,
gonna have to go on a hunt for it, a little world tour to find halloumi.
right. And the only place you can try is England.
I think you can get it elsewhere, but I haven't really traveled looking for halloumi. But I'm sure there are lots of other places to get it.
Right.
It honestly shocks me that you can't get it in America. I just thought it was a universal dish, but apparently not.
No, apparently it's, I don't know. Who knows?
I'll have to smuggle it when I come over to America next. I'll have to smuggle it in my luggage just for you.
Probably so, yes. There's no, yeah, it's nowhere here. I tried.
Desperately tried.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm so proud of you. Keep up the work. I can't wait for this film to come out. And then
Yeah,
the new
exciting.
your new upcoming project is next year, correct?
Yes, that'll be next summer. So I'll be training for it, physically it's a lot. So I'll be training for all the stunt work from January through to when we start shooting, which should be hopefully either June, July, or August. Yeah, sometime in that time, maybe it'll come out, hopefully by the end of next year, but we'll see. It depends on where everything goes. We might even get this onto a bigger platform. So just gotta see
Wow.
where the wind takes us.
I can't wait to see it.
Thank you. I'm excited for it. It's a film that I've never done before, but I've always wanted to do an action film where I can really sink my teeth in. I'm an ex-dancer, so I love to like do anything stunt-wise, and obviously I'm trained in martial arts, so it'll be exciting to put that to good use for
Mhm.
once. So it's exciting.
Wow. Can't wait to see it.
It's gonna be
And
badass.
can't wait for you to talk about it as well.
Yes, I'll definitely come on the show and talk about it once I know more.
Wow. Again, I can't wait. So please keep me updated. You're always welcome
Thank
back on my
you.
show.
Thanks for
Congratulations.
coming here. It's great.
You're very welcome. And like I said, I would love to have you back and talk
Yes.
about stuff.
Absolutely. It's great to have a good chat every now and again, catch up with each other. I love it.
Yeah, you're always welcome back on my show to talk about your work, about your film work, about your acting work,
Thank you.
and that talk about your upcoming work. And like that's what my show is about. It's about not
Yeah,
about
I
me, it's about
mean,
you guys.
well, hopefully it keeps coming because then I'll get to keep coming on the show. So I'll just keep things rolling.
Yes, ma'am. So, well, thank you again, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
All right, talk to you later. Bye bye.